sir, what is wishful? Any synonym to wishful? Hopeful. Hope means what? We are expecting a current affairs. Like these kind of topics may come in the future exam. So that's why I redefined my name, like redefined the name of this weekly current affair to wishful current affairs. That if which I take generally it is wishful. So I hope that these current affairs should come on the exam. So that's why I have changed this name. Okay, so that's the reason. So fine, I'll start with. Is it visible? Huh? Is it visible? So fine. Yesterday there have article. It has came regarding RTI, and you also seen that in your mains this mentorship and this week's paper. You got any question regarding RTI? Yes. Right? So hoping that very important. So you need to look at the dimension of GS2 and GS4. These are the areas you will get a question regarding the RTI, right to information. So GS2 is what? Any idea? Polity and governance. So in this governance, the thing here is transparency, accountability. So these are the subtopics under this governance. So this RTI Act, Right to Information Act, it is belonging to this domain. So that's the reason we are concentrating more on this topic. So we'll expect like in 1 to 2 3 years there may be a chance of we are getting a, whether in a mains or prelims we'll get a chance of this RTI Act. So this is very important. So that's the reason why I have taken this. So see here, what made RTI to happen? What does it mean? What is the reasons for establishing RTI? What is the reason why the RTI came into the being? So first important point is demand of rights. Like if you see that everybody at this time, if you know pre-liberalization, there is an what you can say government Raj. You know the word government Raj? Sarkari Raj. So everything is controlled by the government. Pre-liberalization. Do you know people liberalization? Any idea? 1991, our economy has opened up. Prior to that, very rules and regulations, strict, like everything is done by the government. So that's the reason why there is lack of data, lack of transparency, lack of accountability among the departments of the government. So that's the reason why the people are demanding their rights. So right to information. So we'll talk about it. Demand of the, so that's the reason why demanding the people. So next one is very important, that is called as secrecy. So there is an act called Official Secret Act. Okay. This is a very important act which glooms, which made a gloomy. Do you know the meaning of gloomy? Yeah, something like sorrow and gloomy and which is not clear. And next it is not transparent and very secretive in nature. The provisions which are under this Official Secret Act, for example, a company or some ministry, if we want any information from that ministry, this act is halting you to get that information from that ministry. So that's the reason why this is the one of the very important act which has stopped this transparency and accountability to the people. So because ours is a which country? Democratic country. So the democracy means what? Of the people, by the people and for the people. So every department which is serving, right, obviously it should be for people. So if people are demanding their rights, they want something right from the government, whether this that budgeted amount is particularly going to the department, that schemes, everything. So that then the demand has started. Next one is CS rules, that is called Civil Service Conduct Rules. Okay, this also halted the thing, their transparency and accountability. Next important thing is this is the highest step which has taken by the Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangathan. Okay, Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangathan. It is something like an NGO. During the time of 1995, it has demanded their panchayat rights. Okay, do you know the panchayats, right? So there is an provision of audit. How much? Social audit, you know it, right? Social audit. So if you want that information, this act, these all the things are hindering these provisions. That's the reason why these Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangathan, they have fought for their rights. This is the starting step for this RTI to happen. When it was happened? 1995. So then this case went to the Supreme Court, and a lot of cases happening, lot of judgment has happening in the later phases. At the time of what? 2005, this RTI Act came into the limelight. Okay, this is the background regarding this RTI Act. So next we will see. So what is the purpose of this act? The RTI Act is enacted to promote what? Transparency and, is it visible, right? Huh? Is it? Okay. Promote transparency and accountability. Got it? Next one is informed citizenry. What does it mean? Yeah. So citizens should know what is happening in the government. So how this amount, like, because most of the amount which the government spends on you is through your tax collected money. That's the reason why it is a very important act. Okay, remember these points. Next one is meant to harmonize the conflicting interests of government and to preserve the confidentiality of sensitive information with the right of citizens to know the function of the government process in a such a way, preserve the paramountcy of what? So what are its main keywords for the purpose of the acts? Transparency, accountability, informed citizenry, to reduce these conflicts, and next for democracy. Very important things. Got it?
Sir,
Yeah.
but accountability is there.
Hmm.
Can you elaborate that point? What all comes under accountability?
So accountability means, there is a two words I will tell you. Remember, one is responsibility and another is accountability. Right. These are the two provisions. So when any conflict comes, so this is an ethics related. So that's why I have told you in the starting GS3, GS2 and GS4. So this is a conflict here, responsibility and accountability. Responsibility means you are responsible to something, like it is your own domain. Like I want to come to this institute, nobody is forcing here to come to the institute to take this salary or everything, because the institute is mine. Got it? It is my responsibility to come on the time. Nobody is compulsing me. If that compulsion, if an employee in that institute, as an employee, right, he has given a task to check the budget of that, budget means that lava devilu. Generally, we will get to know. So if he is misplacing this amount, is he responsible or is he accountable to the head, to me? Both. Generally responsibility, but accountability comes to when something, any rules or regulations are there. Responsibility is our inner self. We are responsible to our acts. మనం ఒకరిని కొట్టాము అంటే ఎవడు చెప్పినట్టు చేసిందని కాదుగా, మనకు కోపం వచ్చి కొట్టాము వాడిని, అవునా? బిగ్ బాస్లో తిట్టుకుంటున్నారు, ఎందుకు తిట్టుకుంటున్నారు? డూ యు నో బిగ్ బాస్? ఓకే, generally if you see the watch the big boss, they generally scold each other. What's the reason? To get money, obviously, right? To win that championship. So don't club it. So, did you understand responsibility and accountability? Accountability is the based on rules and regulations. You need to accountable to that person or to the department. Responsibility is not like that. Responsibility is your own inner conscience. Got it? Next, got it right, this one? So fine. Next important thing is what right to information, right? What is information? Information can be what? It can be books, it can be publications, it can be acts, it can be guidelines, whatever the thing which is published or under the domain of whom? Public authority, right? Information can be like anything, like right to information is what? You want to inform, you want some information from whom? From a department that you are suspicious, that can be like anything. So this is the first thing, and next connecting dot is to whom? By who is the authority over here? Public authority. And you need a question should be developed, who is the public authority, right? Who is that public authority to deal with it? Who is that? Okay, so only the public authority means if I want, so for example a company is there, small company, this is an Ekam, right? I want information from this Ekam, it doesn't comes under the RTA Act. Why? It's not a public department or something. So then what is the public authority? The question here is what is the government departments, government PSUs, government everything which is related to the government, which are under government. And one thing you need to remember, an extra provision for this public authority is, see this, the public authority can be a constitutional body, can be a statute, you know the statutory body means? Which is established by an acts, right? Next one, very important provision, that is called if an NGO is there, this NGO is substantially financed by the government, very important provision. This can also be a public authority, very very important point, not only the government. So some amount, some institutions are there, right? Those institutions are funded by government, those also comes under the public authority. Got it? Till now clear? So next one, is it visible? Fine. How it helped means how this act has helped India or something people, okay, to know about their rights and entitlements. Next one is it has helped holding high offices. So earlier prior to this act, which is the act giving some secrecy or to protection to these people, which act? Official Secret Act. So it has changed this domain, okay. Second point. Next one, for example, do you know this one, Commonwealth scam? There is a Commonwealth Games has happened at the time of 2000s or something. There are lot of misplacement of money. So this RTA has unveiled it. So it has opened, it has shown that this is the scam has happened. You know, this other scam is also housing scam. Okay. So no need of no need of knowing all those things, but remember these scams has came into the picture because of this filing or through this RTI Act. Next one, expose what? Very, very important point, human right violations. I will tell you a point in the later phase, just note about it. Ensuring accountability. RTI helps civil societies and public spirited person to file writ petitions. Which petitions? Writ petitions in courts against government inaction. Inaction or inaction? There are two things. If there is a space between in and action, then is what? Government is working. Inaction means it is not working. Okay, see those points. Be clarity. Next, you got it right? How it has helped? Got it? So important provisions is writ petitions. Okay. So next. Is it visible? So okay, right, till now you have known something. So are there any exemptions for this RTI Act? Yes, every act there should be some exemptions. If you know this Article 19, what is this? Any idea? Article 19 of our Indian Constitution. Freedom of speech and expression. So what are its limitations for freedom of speech and expression? Some reasonable restrictions are there, right? So those reasonable restrictions may link to this RTI Act. Why? Because it is what? Right to this one. Speech and so expression can be like anything, right? So that is the why this Article 19 is linked to this RTI Act. So that's the reason why there are some exemptions. What are these exemptions? Very important point is sovereignty of India. What is sovereignty of India? If anything is damaging your sovereignty, means the power of India. Whatever the thing, sovereignty means you should not disturb that. India is a sanctified country. Sovereignty of India. అది డిస్టర్బ్ చేయకూడదు. నెక్స్ట్ పాయింట్ ఈస్ ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్ పర్సనల్ ఇన్ఫో. యూ షుడ్ నాట్ డిమాండ్ వాడు ఏం చేసుకుంటున్నాడు, వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో ఏం జరుగుతుంది, యు నో ఇట్ రైట్. పర్సనల్ ఇన్ఫో, వాళ్ళకి వీళ్ళకి తగాదా ఎందుకయింది, వాళ్ళిద్దరు డైవర్స్ ఎందుకయింది. సో దెర్ ఈస్ ఎక్స్క్లూజివ్ పర్సనల్ ఇన్ఫో, రైట్. సమంతకి నాగచైతన్యకి ఎందుకయింది. సో జనరల్లీ పీపుల్ విల్ థింక్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్, రైట్. If you want to file such kind in RTI, it's no to you. Okay. Next very important thing is breach of privileges for whom? Parliamentarians. You know this, right? Privileges. There are some right to privileges to the parliamentarians. Got it? So this is also, it is also exempted. Next one is trade secrets. KFC telusuga meeku? KFC తెలుసు కదా. సో నో బడీ టిల్ నౌ హ్యాస్ డెసిఫర్డ్, మీన్స్ హ్యాస్ దాని ఫార్ములా ఏంటో ఇప్పుడు దాకా ఎవరు కనుక్కోలేదు, ఆ టేస్ట్ ఎలా వస్తుంది అనేది. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ డిమాండింగ్ దట్ KFC గివ్ దట్ ఫార్ములా, విల్ దే గివ్ ఇట్ టు యూ? నో, బికాస్ దిట్స్ ఎ ట్రేడ్ సీక్రెట్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ ఐపీ మీన్స్ వాట్? ఐపీ పెట్టడం కాదు. ఓకే, ఇంటెలెక్చువల్ ప్రాపర్టీ రైట్స్, రైట్. సో నెక్స్ట్ అదర్ థింగ్ is threat to the personal life. Next one is scientific and economic interest of the state. Very, very important. For example, DRDO, you know, right? DRDO is for what? It's a defense, right? They have their own maps with them, okay? Own, for example, submarine. They have developed one submarine. It has its own provisions, like they have their own guidelines to make that submarine. You don't want to, like you cannot force them to give that information because it is relating to what? Security of your nation. Got it? So it's a blueprint of that submarine. Okay, you should not ask about those things. For example, any missile technology, all those things. So they are exempted from those things. So the word here is scientific and economic interests of the state. And next, ISRO also. So these are the, like, and you can want nuclear reactors, all those things. Got it? So next, very important point why I have put the last, judiciary. So see, judiciary comes into the RTA Act when it is acting as a public authority. Okay, public authority perspective lo, if this judiciary is acting as public authority and CGI, okay, this one is there with the RTA Act and acts as a public authority. It is not in these two cases it is not exempted. Got it? When judiciary acting in his judicial capacity, ante dani cases edana eskoni cheskunte internal process regarding to that judiciary. For example, public authority means funding to their departments. If something is contravened in that funding, then it is acting as a public authority. What is its judicial authority? To deal with judgments, cases, all those things. So don't come into this domain. You have ability, you have cover, you can go through RTA file over this domain. Okay? You have clarity about these exemptions? Any doubts?
Sir, explain last one.
Which one?
They are acting as a public authority, they are exempted or
Public authority acts చేస్తున్నప్పుడు they are not exempted.
they are not exempted?
If they are acting as a judicial capability, they are exempted because you know a separation of powers, article 50. Got it? And basic structure of the constitution is also there, right? Separation of powers. So next, recently there is an amendment to this one, RTI 2005 and RTI 2019. Is it visible? 2019 and RTA 2005. Got it? So see, three things they have tried to amend. One is regarding what? Term. Next one is so two provisions regarding the salary and one provision regarding their term, right? So prior to that, I'll give you some brief thing. CIC, Central Information Commissioner. Okay, he is appointed by whom? President of India. You know it? CIC. Next one is SIC, State Information. These are all appointed by the President. Okay. So these are the main departments. This is at the center. These are at the, each state has the state information commissioners. Okay. So next, these are the basic thing you can find anywhere. Very easy thing. Okay. So I have given a brief intro about this one. Now coming to this act, Chief Information Commissioner and Information Commissioners will have a tenure of 5 years. When? Earlier 2005 lo they have a tenure of what? 5 years. Now what they have changed is center will notify the tenure of all information commissioners at state level and the central level. So they have changed. So there is no tenure mentioned by here, right? Who will tell about the tenure? Center will tell about the tenure. Next one, quantum of salary. how much they are getting. See, CIC pay equivalent to chief election commissioners. Earlier equivalent to whom? Chief election commissioners. Central information commissioner and state CICs election to election commissioners and state ICS to the chief secretary. So state ICS to whom? Chief secretary. What has happened now? Salaries and allowances of these officers were determined by whom? So tenure is determined by whom? Salaries is determined by whom? Got it? Next one. Deductions in the salary. If such officials are receiving pension or other retirement benefits, their salaries will be reduced by an amount equal to their pension. These provisions has been removed. So what does it mean? What does this point saying? Centralization, right? And going into their own domain. So this act, when their act has opened, this has given, in that act they have mentioned what? 5 years term. It is the basic structure of that act. The act itself established with this 5-year tenure, right? You are encroaching that, and the center is want to decide this tenure. Is it not showing any centralizing tendencies? Is it what you can say discussing disturbing federalism, right? You need to think of it. These are the challenges, like challenges or negatives of this recent RTI Act. Got it? So next. Is it visible? Fine. There are issues in this dealing with this RTI Act from seeker side. Who are seekers? Huh? We are the seekers. Manaki emi unna issues RTI nunchi emana issues unnaya adi sarigga jarakapodaniki what are the issues, right? So first important thing is lack of awareness. This awareness lacking can be what? Through you don't have education, right? Most of the people, like you people have came here and you are knowing about this RTI Act. Most of the people who are street vendors, all they don't know about this act, right? Just go and ask them, what is this? They will question you, right? So the lack of awareness. Next one is filing the application. So if you want to know about the things, you need to file an application, right? So in that application, they should the central public information officer is there. At a state information commission, there is a person called whom? Central public information officer. He need to give some assistance, how to file these forms, how to file a complaint. So that assistance is lacking. Another thing is manuals. It is not manual scavenging, it is manuals. Do you know manuals? Like rules and guidelines. Those are also not in a good form. Nobody is there to tell about them. Got it? So two issues. Next one is poor information. So every government body, what they generally want to try to do, you know the corruption, right? Every body generally, if you know, most of the body has corrupted in nature generally, as we know, right? Due to that corruption, they will file wrong information, right? So it leads to what? Poor information. This is the one issue facing by these people. Next one is quality. So there is a survey conducted. In this survey regarding the Andhra Pradesh, only 25% are aware of this RTI Act. Only 25% people. This is a very important static point, stats you need to mention in your answers. Okay, these are very, very important. Next one is issues from the givers. Who are the givers? Public authorities. Okay, lack of homogeneity in the rules. What does it mean? Every department has their own rules, right? There is no uniformity in their rules. So here the lacking. Next one is low skilled officers. If you want to give some information, you need to train them, right? There is also training issue. Next one is lack of information, they have already discussed. Next one, record management, right? This record management can be linked with this technology and the infrastructure. If you have a good technology, you can maintain these records properly, right? Through AI, cloud technology, this blockchain technology, you can secure these records. Next one is what? Increasing in the workloads. What is the increase in the reason for increasing the workloads of the people? Due to increase in filing of these applications. Trend has started. Okay, got it? These informations. Any doubts?
So how that workloads and applications are interlinked?
How that?
Workloads increasing.
See, obviously, if you are filing, keep on filing the applications, like in this class, you now aware of this, right? RT Act, you all people go to the department and file the cases. Regarding, if you want to know about the department, you will file a cases, right? If you file the cases, there is only 5 people. Earlier, they are dealing with what? Only 50 people. Now, you people also added to that cases. Is it increasing their workloads? Ante kada? Got it? Fine. These are the main issues which is plaguing over here. So next important thing is filing. You need to file the case, right? Right. So to whom? CPIO and SPIO. Central Public Information Officer, State Public Information Officer. Okay. So what is the time limit you generally need to file? In 30 days. If you are aggravated, you can file 30 days. In that 30 days, there is a first appeal. If that first appeal, like if you have filed a case, right, there is a 30 days bracket. In that 30 days bracket, they need to give you answer to you, whether we are accepting this case, we are not accepting this case. If they accepted, okay, it is fine. So that should be, what is the first appeal time? Minimum time is what? In 30 days they will give you, they will tell you, yes, we are accepting it. Okay. This is the first appeal. So here 2 provisions are there, you need to remember. 30 days for normal thing, they need to do with 48 hours for what? Life or liberty. If something is crucial, life or liberty of a person. So we have talked, right, earlier, human right violations. When you have seen the provisions, you have seen, right, human right violations, this point is linked to it. If there is a threat regarding to your life or liberty of the person, how many hours?
40 hours.
So 30 days, 2 provisions you need to remember, 2 different things are there. Got it? Next, first appeal, when? Within 30 days they need to answer you. Second appeal, how many? 90 days. Got it? These are the appeals. So if you exhaust it, you can go to the court. Got it? Fine. So till now you have gone something, okay. So next very important thing is way forward. Now tell me, Meere cheppandi, what is the way forward to deal with this RTI? Okay. Okay. Technology improvements. Next one. Aware through what? This is I want. This I want. Aware through what? So put in your curriculum, school curriculum. School curriculum lo pedite meeku school lo chadavu ante maybe you have knowledge about it, right? So next, awareness through the curriculum, through the education. Next, only this one, media. Reels kuda cheyochemo kada? NGO campaigns. Okay, awareness, fine. Next one, decrease, very important provision is centralizing tendency. So it again, like generally, you know, right, CBI is considered as what? Toothless. Generally, critics say that CBI is considered as a toothless tiger. So don't change this RTI, this information commissioners, into that toothless tiger. So by imposing whole centralizing tendency into that domain. Got it? Next one. Hmm?
Making more inclusive by including the exempted people also.
Exempted people. Okay, fine. Okay, next one. Any important things? You have seen, right? All you have written something, right? Based on that, just tell me. Homogenization of the rules to each and every department. Okay, next one. One, two, three, four, five, six.
Need more funds to collect data. Actually, there is a data deficiency in government.
So that can be reduced as technology. Next, you can say the word red tapeism. Reduce the red tapeism. So what is red tapeism means? Any idea? Huh?
Not responding to the cases.
What is red tapeism?
Through various steps and rules and
So if you want to get any clearance, there are lot of issues. That department, go to that department, go to this department, take that clearance. So there are lot of things. It takes more time, right? So obviously you know the theme, right? Justice delayed is justice denied, right? So this is the red tapeism which is hindering the things. Next, there is also, you can say that nepotism. Right? So these are the things you need to reduce. It's a way forward for this RTI. Got it? Huh? Nepotism ante when you are in the department. నీ డిపార్ట్మెంట్లో నువ్వు ఉన్నప్పుడు నేను ఉన్నప్పుడు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ యూ నో ద పోలీస్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ హౌ స్ట్రాంగ్ ఇట్ ఈస్. ఇప్పుడు నేను మాట్లాడకూడదు కదా, ఐ విల్ టెల్ యూ లేటర్. कर सकते. It depends. Generally, if it is under that rules, you can file that. I'll tell you.
So, awareness తీసుకొచ్చిన తర్వాత ఇందాక ఒక పాయింట్ చెప్పారు, అప్లికేషన్స్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అయితే వర్కర్స్ పెరుగుతారు. సో ఆ పాయింట్లో మనం అప్పుడు ఎంప్లాయబిలిటీ కూడా పెంచాలి అని.
Yeah, you can like way forward. It could be like anything. I have told you some points. It's up to you. Based, I have already discussed each and every issue regarding the RTI Act, right? It's up to you at the point of that time. Whether depends on the 10 marker question or 20 marker question, you need to put it on the paper. That's it. Okay. Generally, these kind of questions will give for 50 markers because lot of things you need to talk about in this RTI Act. So next, this is the question I have given, right? What are the important features of RTI Act 2005? Is this act fulfilling its purpose? Discuss its challenges and suggest way forward. I have given each and every information, right? Are you able to write answer now regarding this thing? Fine. This is a mains question. Next I have
What is the connection between RTI Act and data protection?
data protection bill. So see here, it is bill. It has not came to the act. So if it come to the act, then there may be some countering things. Till it was not came into the being. So it is earlier to discuss about this. ఎందుకంటే తెలీదు, యాక్ట్ అవ్వలేదు కాబట్టి యూ కెనాట్ ఫోర్స్ ద గైడ్ లైన్స్ టు హ్యాపెన్. ఇట్స్ జస్ట్ ఏ గైడ్ లైన్స్. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు ఆస్క్ ఏ క్వశ్చన్, దేర్ కెన్ బి ఏ క్వశ్చన్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్టీఐ వర్సెస్ అడగచ్చు. అంటే ఏంటంటే ఓఎస్ఏ అఫీషియల్ సీక్రెట్ యాక్ట్కి ఆర్టీఐకి ఇఫ్ దట్ ఈస్ కాంట్రడిక్టరీ, హూ విల్ ప్రివైల్ మోర్? ఆర్టీఐ విల్ ప్రివైల్ మోర్. ఓకే, అంటే ఇది ఆల్రెడీ యాక్ట్ ఉంది కాబట్టి వీ కెన్ కంపేర్ ద థింగ్స్. ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ బిల్లో ఉంది కాబట్టి ఇఫ్ దట్ బిల్ కమ్స్ ఇన్ టు ద ప్రొవిజన్స్ వచ్చినప్పుడు అప్పుడు కంపేర్ చేయొచ్చు. గాట్ ఇట్? సో నెక్స్ట్ ద ప్రిలిమ్స్ క్వశ్చన్, విచ్ ఆర్ ప్రిలిమ్స్ ప్రాక్టీస్ క్వశ్చన్, విచ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్ ఆర్ ట్రూ రిగార్డింగ్ ద RTI Act? Under this act, only the citizens of India have the right to seek information. ఏ ఫారినర్? సిరియానా? జపానా? ఏ ఫారినర్? ఓకే ఓకే. Next, see the second point. Information concerning life or liberty of a person has to be provided in 30 days of the receipt of a request. 48 hours. Okay, fine. Information will be free from the people below poverty line. For others, the fee will be reasonable. Is it correct? BPL ki 0. If it is APL, it is some fees will be applicable. Is it correct? Huh? So what is the answer? See, so very important point you need to know is under this act only the citizens of India are allowed. Only allowed. Only the citizens of India are allowed. Just see the act, you will come to know. పొద్దున కూర్చొని అందుకే పరిగట్టుకొని పాయింట్ చేశాను నేను. ఓకే, ఎన్ఆర్ఐస్ కూడా ఉండదు, ఓన్లీ ద సిటిజన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా. Got it? Just see it. If you have any clarity, just go to the internet, just check over this act. చూసే చెప్పాను నేను.
Because like NRIs who are residing in their partners, they have to take some information from immigration department.
Maybe, but they cannot file through this RTI Act. So it has clearly mentioned in this act that provisions section 2F or something, it has mentioned directly in that act. So make a note of a very important point. అందుకే పిక్ చేశాను దాన్ని. Got it? So it is how many? 48 hours. సో BPL వాళ్ళకి ఫ్రీ, వేరే వాళ్ళకి రీజనబుల్ ఫీజు ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, గాట్ ఇట్? ఎనీ డౌట్స్ రిగార్డింగ్ దిస్ RTI? ఫైన్. The time 12:58. Fine. Is it visible? Very important article. You may think it is unrelated. కౌలుతో మాకేం పని అనుకోవచ్చు, మీరు క్యాటిల్తో మాకేం పని అనుకోవచ్చు, ఆయన పాలు పడితే మనకేంది అనుకోవచ్చు, బట్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ UPSC because if you are seeing a present context, there is a growingness of cow protectionism. You know it, right? It may be linked high chance, and there is a demand of this animal husbandry, allied activities మీద ఈ మధ్య కాన్సన్ట్రేషన్ ఎక్కువ అవుతుంది. అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ అగ్రికల్చర్, దే ఆర్ ఆల్సో ఫోకసింగ్ ఆన్ ద యానిమల్ husbandry. It can be like anything, animal like cattle, sheep, goats, all those things. Got it? So this article I felt very important. So this is Badri means Badrinath, right? Huh? Is it correct? Huh? Is it correct? Tell me. Okay. This Badri cow breed of where? Uttarakhand. Very important. So now what's the reason here? Indigenous Badri cow which grazes herbs grown in the Himalayas, Uttarakhand is now planning to genetic enhancement. What is the reason for this genetic enhancement of cows? To yield, increasing in the yield. Due to the increasing in the population, we need more milk, right? So that's the reason why they need a genetic enhancement. So next, see here, there are technology, I'll tell in the, so this is the, you got it, right? Very information, nothing much here, but how to link with it other topics, it matters a lot. See, exotic dairy breeds of cattle. What does it mean? Exotic means what? బయట అయ్యి, ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఇండిజీనియస్, ఇండియాకి సంబంధించినవి కాదు, దే ఆర్ మేడ్ ఫర్ దట్ మిల్క్ ప్రొడక్షన్. దోస్ ఆర్ వాట్? జెర్సీ, హోల్స్టైన్, ఫ్రైజన్ అండ్ రెడ్డెన్. దీస్ ఆర్ ద వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ డైరీస్, దిస్ క్యాటిల్. జనరలీ వీ యూస్, యూ నో ఇట్, జెర్సీ మిల్క్ ప్యాకెట్ ఉంటుంది, అది జెర్సీ కౌస్తో చేస్తారని కాదు, కానీ ది జనరల్లీ యూస్ మోస్ట్లీ ఫర్ ద గుడ్ ప్రొడక్షన్, వాటికి వీటిని బాగా యూస్ చేస్తారనమాట. Got it? Next, coming to here, So indigenous dairy breeds of what? See the provision here, indigenous dairy breeds of cattle. The word here is what? Cattle. Got it. So after this class, just go through it, just go through some important things, because there is a huge chance of asking which breed belongs to the which state. In a prelims question, there may be a possibility of which breed belongs to the which state. Got it? So see this one, 3, Badri, which state? Uttarakhand. And 2 things you need to remember, draught and milk. There are 2 things. What? One is transport, one is draught, one is milk. So this one cattle is used for what? Milk, only for the milk. Draught means what? Draught and karuvu gaadu. It is not karuvu. Draught means you use in your agricultural farms. You will use agricultural farms lo use chestavu nuvu? వాడతారు కదా, వాడరా? So those are called the draught animals. Got it? Next one is transport. You know transport? ఇసుక తీసుకెళ్ళడానికి వాటికి వీటికి ఉపయోగపడతాయి. So these are the 3 dimensions. Generally we use the cattles, animals or something. So see here, then there may be a chance they may ask. So Dioni, which area? Maharashtra and Karnataka. Next one. See this one. Ongol, you know, Andhra Pradesh. Next one, Rati, Rajasthan. Red Sindhi, Orissa, Tamil Nadu, Bihar, Kerala and Assam. It is for only for milk. So make a note of it. Only the milk are generally important for the UPSC. Generally important. Generally, if you see this one, only the milk providing things are important. If they want to frame a question, it will be an important thing. So just make a note of it. Next, coming to here, other point, it is an indigenous breeds of what? Earlier we have talked about cattle. There is difference తెలుసు కదా మీకు, buffaloes కి cattle కి, ఆవులకి బర్రెలకి తేడా తెలుసు కదా, తేడా అంటే రంగును బట్టి కాదు. So see here, Bunny, do you know where it is? Gujarat. Next one, make a note of it. చూసుకోండి ఒకసారి, ఇది పంపిస్తాను తర్వాత, జస్ట్ చూసుకోండి ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి. జస్ట్ సీ హియర్, బఫెలో వెరైటీస్. సో వై వీ నీడ్ టు నో అబౌట్ ఇట్? బికాస్ దేర్ ఈస్ అన్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ స్కీమ్. దట్ ఈస్ ఎనీ గెస్ వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ స్కీమ్? వావ్. So what is this? Rashtriya Gokul Mission. Under what? National Program for Bovine Breeding and Dairy Development. E program kinda this Rashtriya Gokul Mission is started. When it was started? 2014. So these 3 things are the important. Got it? So which ministry this Rashtriya Gokul Mission belongs to? Earlier it is under the Ministry of Agriculture. Now a ministry has separated, Animal Husbandry and the Fisheries. Now it comes to it, Ministry of Animal Husbandry and the Fisheries. So what is this owl doing? Is it visible? Huh? Now? See, what's the main themes behind this Rashtriya Gokul Mission? For the conservation and development of which one? Indigenous bovine breeds is the main target. Why? Because యూ హ్యావ్ టాక్డ్ అబౌట్ ఇట్, ఎగ్జాటిక్ బ్రీడ్స్, జెర్సీ అవన్నీ ఎక్కువ డామినేషన్ అనేది క్రియేట్ అయిపోయినాయి. దే వాంట్ టు increase this bovine breeds, indigenous bovine breeds. This is the main motto behind it. Next one, cattle development centers were established to develop indigenous breeds called what they are called? ఎక్కడ తయారు చేస్తారు వీటిని? గోకుల్ గ్రామ్స్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, there is an 2 awards. Okay, one is what? Gopala Ratna award, and next one is what? Kamadhenu award. So these 2 awards, make a note, because when you are seeing this one, why Gopal Ratna award given to whom? Kamadhenu award given to whom? There may be a question. So Gopal Ratna award given to whom? Farmers, for the best management of maintenance of the indigenous breed, while the Kamadhenu award was given for the best management indigenous herd by institutions, gaushalas, best to manage breeder societies. Got it? So Kamadhenu for bulk thing, individual it is Gopal Ratna award. Okay, next one, establishment of national Kamadhenu breeding centers as a center of excellence for the development and conservation of indigenous breeds in a scientific way. Got it? Next one, there is an what's one? E-market portal. You know, right? Enam. Enam is for what? Agriculture. So e-market portal is also there for this bovine breeds. So what is this called? E-Pashu Hart. Got it? So it is also called what? Nakul Pragna Bazar. Okay, an animal wellness program. So there is an animal wellness program also. Pashu Sanjeevani was established that encompassed the provisions of animal health cards. Animal good health cards ఉన్నాయి. Okay. యూజ్ ఆఫ్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ పాయింట్. ఇప్పుడు ఎందుకు ఈ క్వశ్చన్ దీనికి లింక్ చేశారంటే, వెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ సీన్ దట్ టాపిక్ విచ్ దే ఆర్ గివెన్, జెనెటిక్ బూస్ట్ ఇవ్వాలనుకుంటున్నారు, రైట్? దిస్ ఈజ్ అన్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాంపోనెంట్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ రాష్ట్రీయ గోకుల్ మిషన్. వాట్ ఈజ్ ఇట్? యూజ్ ఆఫ్ అడ్వాన్స్డ్ రిప్రొడక్టివ్ టెక్నాలజీ ఫర్ ఎ డిసీజ్ ఫ్రీ ఫీమేల్ బోవైన్. దిస్ టెక్నాలజీ ఇంక్లూడ్ IVF. You know it, right? These technologies, IVF, multiple ovulation, embryo transfer. Next one, establishment of National Bovine Genomic Center for Indigenous Breeds. So what are its important provisions? एक एक बताओ, tell me. First one is, next one, Gokul Grams, Gopal Ratna Award, Kamadhenu Award, National Kamadhenu Breeding Center, E-Pashu Hart. Next one, what is one? Wellness program. Next one, health cards. Next one is these technologies. Next one is center, Genomic Center for Indigenous Breeds. Got it? These are the important provisions. Fine, we have done with this one, and there is a connection. So your work is go home and just go through this one. Very important, livestock census. It is an interlinking concept to it. Okay, make a note of this livestock census, very important. So see here, is it visible? Livestock population. Recent one is 20th. Recent livestock. First one is when? 1919. Right. So 2019 is the latest one, 20th one. So here major share is for what? Cattle. Next one is for what? Goat. Got it? So generally we may think it is buffalo. So cattle is greater than goats, then next buffalo. So there may be a question can be framed like this. Livestock, according to the livestock census, which has the highest share in our India. Got it? This can be another type of question they may ask you. So see, there is another thing. UP has the highest share of cattle. Remember this point. Just go through this livestock census, you will get the each and every information regarding this thing. But UP is the state has the highest population regarding this cattle. So next, So very important point I found here is, as compared to the previous census, the percentage share of sheep and goat population has what? Increased, whereas the percentage share of cattle, buffalo and pig has marginally. So cattle, buffalo, pig has marginally. So by this statement, is Rashtriya Gokul Mission a success? Success, sir? Huh? Mixed response, that's fine, but the main aim is cattle target చేసింది. ఇవన్నీ గోకుల్ గ్రాములు గ్రీములు అవన్నీ చేసింది. ఇన్ని చేసినా సరే, బట్ when comparing to the previous census there is a decline, right? So decline means there are lot of things you need to look after it, obviously, right? So there are lot of things. So what may be the issues? Generally guess. So I am talking about the issues. What may be? What are the issues? First one is their fodder. మీకు ఫుడ్ మంచిగా పెడితేనే, న్యూట్రిషన్ మంచిగా వస్తేనే యూ విల్ గ్రో అండ్ యూ విల్ గివ్ మిల్క్, రైట్? ఫస్ట్ పాయింట్ ఈజ్ వాట్? ఫాడర్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ diseases. So there is a disease called foot and mouth disease, and next one is brucellosis. So India is planning to eliminate these things, foot and mouth disease and the brucellosis. This brucellosis causes through the bacteria and this foot and mouth disease causes through the virus. Very important things. Okay. So diseases which plaguing, this one is this issues is brucellosis and foot and mouth disease, and the fodder. Next one is, next issue, diseases, lumpy skin disease, fine, okay, disease. Huh?
No proper vaccination facility.
So okay, vaccination.
No breeding center.
It's not no breeding center,
Minimum breeding center.
less, low in number. Next one, technology. Next one, funding. So to tackle this funding, recently they have launched what? Not recently, they have launched Animal Husbandry Infra Development Fund. Okay, it is a corpus of 15,000 crore. So they are talking about infrastructure for what? Animal husbandry. Animal Husbandry Infrastructure Development Fund. It has a corpus of how much? 15,000 crore. There is a linkage. So that's the to tackle this, everything they are doing it. So these are the issues plaguing in it. Got it? You got a clear information regarding this one? So single topic. So where we have started? So Badri cow, a small word has lead to this much of discussion. Got it? So next. The livestock plays, so for the main question, just for your practice questions, livestock plays an important role in economy of farmers in supporting their livelihood and contributing to the Indian economy. In this backdrop, what are the challenges faced by this sector and suggest measures to the improve? We have discussed it, right? Okay, fine. Next, the prelims MCQs. Which of the following are indigenous cattle breeds? Red Sindhi, Badri, Murra. Entadi? Huh? What is the answer? A, B, 1, 2. Huh? Murra is a buffalo. So, ila adagachu question adigite. You don't generally see that they generally, you cannot classify what is buffalo into cattle into meeku intaku mundaka ardhamaindi. Now you have a clarity. Just think in this domain lo vallu adige chances, this could be a one type of question, and another question can be they will give a state and that breed. You know that the trend is happening of this Kambala and this Jallikattu. So there may be a possibility of questions, it may come. Got it? So this is the recent, very recent current affair which is going on. What is what? Indian and Chinese soldiers clash near where? Arunachal Pradesh border. This is the main issue. Where is the region? Tawang. Okay. So for this, I'll give some brief things about the Indo-Chinese relation border dispute thing. So I'll give it very briefly. No, I won't take much time explaining all those things because we people are already aware of it. But I will give some important things which you may not familiar. Got it? Because very important. There may be a chance of asking. You know it, right? So generally it is an Indian border, right? So there are three divisions. One is what? It is western sector, middle sector and the eastern sector. So why there is an issue? Because you need to know some brief intro. So prior to our independence, we have signed many agreements with, not with China, with the Tibet. So that's the reason why China is not accepting it. China as a country is not accepting that agreements which we have signed with the Tibet, not we, what you can say, British government, right? This is the main origin. It is a conflicting thing. So till now we have not finalized any border with this China. But if you see it, if you see the domination, how the China is attacking, see in the last year, you know Doklam, not Doklam, Galwan Valley. Where is the issue? Like which region is Galwan Valley belongs to? Huh? Which one? Western side, eastern side, middle side? Western side. Fine, okay, you got it right. Next one, Doklam. Which one? Middle side. Tabang, eastern side. Ardhamavutunda? This is a concept of Chakra view. You know it, right? All sides. They are trying to cover you in the all sides. అంటే ఎక్కడైతే ఉన్నాయో ఒక్కొక్క భాగంగా తీసుకొని they are doing it. This is the things going on generally. Okay. So for that you need to know some information, what is in the western side, what is in the middle side, what is in the eastern side. Got it. So coming to this eastern side, if you know this is the Aksai Chin region, right? So right. So there is a Galwan Valley issue which was happened over here. So see here. So in this western side, what is the reason for China to concentrate on this western region, Aksai Chin region? It is a connecting area between, there is a provisions called Xinjiang and the Tibet. Through this area, it will pass through this Tibet. If you want to transfer, like it is a connecting thing through this two regions of China. So that's the reason why it needed this area. And next other thing why it was needed, because you know there is a valley and mountain concept. If you want to fight a battle, if you want to wage a war, which is good for you to wage a war? Is it a valley or a mountain? Huh? Mountain or valley? Painunte fight cheyacha, kindunche fight cheyacha easyga? Mountain, right? So most of the mountainous areas at this place, which belongs to the India, right? So you know the Galwan Valley, right? So valley వాళ్ళ domain లో ఉంది కాబట్టి they want to explore. అంటే ఇండియాకి వచ్చి ఆ డొమైన్ ఇక్కడ దేర్ మే బి ఫింగర్స్ అని ఉంటాయి అనమాట, 7 fingers అని ఉంటాయి, 5 fingers 7 fingers అని ఉంటాయి. సో అదంతా అవసరం లేదు మనకి. జనరలీ దే వాంట్ టు కంట్రోల్ దిస్ మౌంటేనియస్ రీజన్. దట్స్ ద రీజన్ వై they are attacking us. So 2 points I have told you. One is Tibet and Xinjiang, another in this valley and mountain concept. Got it? Next one, Johnson line. Okay, Johnson line is the line. I'll show it where. Wait. So see here, international boundary according to India or Johnson line. So this is the general boundary, right? We generally see it is a Johnson line, which is accepted, like which was talked. India has accepted this as a line. But if you see this one, Macartney-MacDonald line, this one, this was decided at the time of Britishers, but they are wanting which one? Line of actual control. So if you see this one, so this Johnson line is our natural borders. Generally we have defined in our map. Next one is what? This one? Macartney-MacDonald line. Next one is what? L? Line of actual control. Idi China ki manaki okay anukunnadi. It's not like mandatorily okay, that we are okay with it. So that's the reason why they are, if you see this Sangpo Lake, all those things, they are getting into this domain. So you see this Galvan. So this is the picture which was happening at this which area? Western sector. Western sector. So alaga cover cheyalanukunna. Next one is the least disputed area is the middle sector. So ikkadanta valakanta avasram ledu prastutaniki. So in this area, for example, Uttarakhand in this Himachal, there is no much interested regarding this area. So if you see here, least states are what are the states? Himachal Pradesh and the Uttarakhand, and you want to know about this one. Western sector is how much kilometers? 2150. This middle is what? 625 kilometers. Next, the eastern sector, very, very important, which is gaining prominence at present time. So same concept. Eastern sector, Shimla conference. Okay, this is the conference done with China and the, what you can say, you know it, right? Regarding this one, Shimla conference, we have tried to make an agreement, but it was not happened. It's not happened, it's just an agreement perspective. Next one, McMahon line. Between whom? Tibetans and the Britishers. That's the reason why, if you see this map, this is the Arunachal Pradesh. This is the Arunachal Pradesh border, right? So McMahon line, India says that we need to follow as Johnson line, right? At that area in the western sector. Same thing like in the eastern sector, India wanting China to accept this McMahon line as a natural border. So but it is not accepting. The reason is same thing. What? Chakraview, and another thing is mountain valley concept. Okay. So that's the reason why, if you see, according to this, Tawang is a not part of it. So anduku Tawang ni control cheyalani korukuntunnaru. So wait, I'll tell you something. So what is the domain here? How much? 1140 kilometers. So they have done something regarding this Tawang. So now the matter important here is what? Regarding what? So brief info vachinda meeku. So these are the three sectors. Ila China cheyali anukuntundi. So deen nunchi what other things we can extract? So apart from this Indo-China border dispute, what other things we need to look after for a prelims questions? Prelims questions. Reverse, because last year or previous year they have given a question on this Doklam Plateau, not Doklam Plateau, that Galwan Valley, Ladakh. Now Tawang is in the news, right? So there may be a question on Tawang or Arunachal Pradesh, two things, right? So this question has asked in the last week of my mentorship session. Consider the following statements. arrange the above from east to west. So, Dafla, Miri, Abor, Mishmi. First one is Dafla, Miri, Abor, Mishmi. So, these are the hills, right? I have given a code word at that time. You remember that? Huh? Yeah, remember that, Yogeshwar? I have given some small mnemonic. Huh? Sorry, I will tell you. D Mirabai miss ayindi. D Mirabai ane ame miss ayindi. Okay. D for Dafla, Mir for Miri Hills, AB for Abor Hills, MIS for Mishmi Hills. Okay. This is a mnemonic you want to remember. If you want to remember it. I have given you. I try to make it easy. Okay. So this could be a possible question. So next question regarding here is Tawang. If you see this Tawang, it is bordering Bhutan and Tibet, right? They may ask the bordering countries of this Tawang. Got it? This is another type of question they may ask. Next, another thing is Tawang Monastery, located in Tawang city of Tawang district in Arunachal Pradesh, is the largest monastery in India. You know it, right? Tawang Monastery belongs to which school? Gelug school of which Buddhism? Vajrayana Buddhism. So got it, right? Vajrayana Buddhism, Gelug school. Gelug school belongs to which religion? Buddhism. Next one, Tawang Monastery regarding which religion? Buddhism. Got it? Next, you need to remember there is a pass called Sela Pass in the Tawang region. Just this brief information is enough regarding this topic. So that's it. Yeah, that's it regarding this thing. Sela. Selavu kaadu, Sela. This, where is this? West Kameng, not this one. West Kameng and the Tawang. So recent trend enti, present nadustunna trend enti? Swami. Sabarimala trend nadustunda ippudu? Till when? January 14, 15 దాకా నడుస్తుంది. Got it? So very important thing, ఎందుకంటే till now UPSC has asked regarding these bhakti movements, all those questions regarding the religion. This topic was not asked till now, but there may be a possibility. I am expecting, that's it. But this can be like multi-dimensional. So what's the news here? Indigenous community of Sabarimala forest keeps pilgrimage trail litter free. It is, what is litter free means? Debris or garbage free. మనం తిని పాలిథిన్ కవర్లు అవన్నీ ఇసిరేస్తాం కదా రోడ్డు పైన, వేస్తాం కదా లేస్ కవర్లు, అలవాటే కదా మనకి. సో వాళ్ళు ఎత్తుతుంటారు అవి, మనం కాదు. So here in this article you need to see that what is this tribe name? Malam Pandaram tribe. Malam Pandaram tribe belongs to which state? Kerala. Which area? Sabarimala. Got it? ఒక టెంపుల్ దగ్గర ఒక ట్రైబ్ ఉన్నాడని క్వశ్చన్ ఫ్రేమ్ చేయొచ్చు. వాట్ ఈస్ ద ట్రైబ్ నేమ్? మలపండరం. ఓకే, ఇది ఈ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ చాలు, ఇంకంత అవసరం లేదు. నెక్స్ట్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఏంటంటే కేరళలో వెరీ హిట్ స్కీమ్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ కుటుంబశ్రీ. యూపీఎస్సీ ఆల్రెడీ ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడిగేశాడు. సైబర్ డోమ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ అని కేరళ రిలేటెడ్ ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడిగాడు, సైబర్ డోమ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ అని. బట్ దిస్ ఈజ్ అ వెరీ హిట్ స్కీమ్ ఆఫ్ కుటుంబశ్రీ. ఈజ్ అ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఆఫ్ సెల్ఫ్ help groups. You know it, right? Self help groups. Okay, so just have a brief info regarding it. Nothing much to recall, just go home and Kudumbashree, the Kerala State Poverty Eradication Mission. When 1998. The mission aims to eradicate absolute poverty within a definite time frame of 10 years. A community organization of neighborhood group, very very important. The main provision is neighborhood groups. So general self help groups antam kada, ikkada veella peru vachariki what, neighborhood groups. Okay, next one, the grassroots of the Kudumbashree are neighborhood groups, the NHG in short, that send representative to the where ward level area development societies. సో ఎక్కడి నుంచి నైబర్హుడ్ గ్రూప్ నుంచి నెక్స్ట్ ఎక్కడ పంపిస్తారు, ఏడిఎస్, ఏరియా డెవలప్మెంట్ సొసైటీస్. ద ఏడిఎస్ సెండ్స్ ఇట్స్ రిప్రజెంటేటివ్స్ టు వేర్, కమ్యూనిటీ డెవలప్మెంట్ సొసైటీ, విచ్ కంప్లీట్స్ ద యునిక్ వాట్ 3 ట్రైర్ స్ట్రక్చర్. అంటే క్వశ్చన్ ఎలా అడగచ్చు అంటే వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్, ఎందుకంటే ఇఫ్ యూ సీ ద క్వశ్చన్స్, దేర్ ఈస్ ఎ క్వశ్చన్ ఆన్ కలియా అండ్ కలియా స్కీమ్. యు నో కలియా స్కీమ్? Any one of you? Huh? Odisha. PM Kisan, you know? Any idea? PM Kisan, దాని ఇన్స్పైర్డ్ స్కీమే కలియా స్కీమ్ ఆఫ్ ఒడిషా. సో అలాంటి స్కీమ్ గురించి ఆల్రెడీ అడిగాడు. సో కుటుంబశ్రీ, జనరలీ దేర్ మే బీ ఛాన్స్ ఆఫ్ ఆస్కింగ్ సచ్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ వెరీ హిట్ స్కీమ్స్. ఓకే, సో 3 టైర్ స్ట్రక్చర్ ఇలా ఈ ప్రాసెస్లో నడుస్తుంది. జస్ట్ సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్స్ కాన్సెప్టే, కాకపోతే ఇక్కడ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ 2 డిస్టింగ్విషింగ్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఏంటి అంటే universality of reach and the scope of community interface in the local. Universality of reach అంటే జనరల్గా ఇఫ్ సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్స్ ఉంటే చూసుకుంటే ఇవి జనరల్లీ అంటే ఒక సర్వే ప్రకారం ఏమైందంటే ఏపీలో సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్స్ ఎక్కువ. ఓకే, దానిలో మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద పీపుల్ హ్యాస్ ఎప్పుడంటే అక్కడ వాళ్ళకున్న అంటే డామినేషన్ ఉండటంతోనో కొంత ఉమెన్కి డామినేషన్ ఉంటుంది కదా కొన్ని ఏరియాలో, క్యాస్ట్స్ కానో వాళ్ళకునో. సో మోస్ట్లీ అవన్నీ ఆ సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్స్ అన్ని వాళ్ళకి వెళ్ళే ఆ అమౌంట్ అన్ని ఎవరైతే మచ్ నీడెడో దే డోంట్ గెట్ అమౌంట్, వాళ్ళకి వెళ్ళేవి కావు. ప్రజెంట్ అలా జరుగుతుంది. సో బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ సంథింగ్ రెవల్యూషనరీ, దిస్ ఎవ్రీబడి. సో ఇఫ్ యూ సీ దిస్ కుటుంబశ్రీ స్కీమ్, మోస్ట్లీ ద టార్గెటెడ్ పీపుల్, ఈ వల్నరబుల్ పీపుల్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇఫ్ యూ సీ దిస్ వన్, దీస్ ఆర్ ద విచ్ ట్రైబ్, మలంపందరం ట్రైబ్. So they are covering under this Kudumbashree run, right? So that's the reason why it is a very hit scheme. Okay, just to know about this info, no nothing much regarding this one. Next one, 2 to 3 points I'll tell regarding this Shabarimala. It may be important for your prelims. Shabarimala temple located at Shabarimala hill inside which reserve, which tiger reserve? Very very important point. Next one, the traditions of Shabarimala are confluence of what? Shaivism, Vaishnavism and Shramana. Very important. Okay, na? Do you know Shramana religions means? Any idea? Shramana means apart from this Hinduism. Apart from this Hinduism, it can be like anything, a religion, it is called as Shramana religions. Apart from Hinduism. Point here you need to note. Buddhism, Jainism, Zoroastrianism, Ajivikas, all those comes under the Shramana traditions. So it is a mix of 3 things. What? Shaivism, Vaishnavism and Shramanism. You know, right? Ayyappa is a son of something. You know that deity, right? That's fine. Next, it has built in a concept of Tat Tvam Asi. Ante it em ledu, it is connecting with the Advaita philosophy. Do you know Advaita philosophy? Non-dualism. Okay, so Tat means it is you, it's Ishvara. Tatvam means you are. So you need to unite. That is a basic concept behind it. Ippudu maamuluga general ga if you know these swamis will go to the pilgrimage ki veltaru kada. Why they want to go to the pilgrimage? What's the reason? To purify themselves. Generally in this span of ee mala eskunna time lo, they generally don't perform any negative activities, right? Why? They want to make themselves close to the God. So that's the reason why they will wear that mala or black kind of things, right? You know it, right? Basic concept. So that's the reason why if some question asks this Sabarimala, this Ayyappan belongs to which kind of philosophy? It is what? Advaita philosophy, non-dualism. Got it? Next one is very important thing is Pamba river, which passes behind this Sabarimala temple. Got it? The river is also called as Dakshina Bhagirathi. Okay, these are the very factual points you need to remember. Got it? So is it visible? Huh? Is it not visible? Like the title is visible? Forest Department's initiative to restore what? Natural vegetation. What they are talking about here is the project was executed on 30 hectares of forest land. Ekkadaina avvani? Wayanad Wildlife Sanctuary in Kerala, where regarding what? Exotic. What? Exotic? Invasive plants. Ementavi? I have written here. Invasive plants. Ememavi? Senna spectabilis, Eupatorium, Micaina, Micrantha and Lantana campara were posing a threat. Okay, fine. So these are what? Invasive plants. So why it is relevant to the UPSC? In 2019, the question has asked, why is a plant called Prosopolus juliflora often mentioned in news? See, the one extract is widely used in the cosmetics. It extends to reduce the biodiversity in the area in which it grows. It extract used in the synthesis of pesticides. None of the above. What is the answer? Regarding what? So invasive alien species means what? You know invasive alien species ante enti telusa cheppana? Invasive alien species means generally a species. For example, we belongs to this area. If we are, for example, tiger ga snow leopard anukondi. Fine. Snow leopard belongs to Himalayan area. Generally snow unde area lone it will grow. But so if you take this and if you want to rear in what you can say Western Ghats, it may survive, right? It may survive, but it has its own food, right? Deeniki ikkada prey dorukutadi kada, dani food akkada chusukuntadi. But if it comes to this Western Ghats, it will search for food, right? దాని ఫుడ్ కోసం వెతుక్కుంటుందా వెతుక్కోదా? బతకడానికంటే వెతుక్కోవాలి కదా, ఏదో ఒక ఫుడ్ ట్రై చేస్తుంది అనమాట. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఒక డీరే అనుకో, ఈ డీర్ని తింటుంది అనమాట. సో ఆల్రెడీ ఇక్కడ టైగర్ కూడా ఉంది, రైట్? టైగర్ వాంట్స్ దిస్ డీర్, దిస్ స్నో లెపర్డ్ వాంట్స్ దిస్ డీర్. దీనివల్ల ఇక్కడ డిస్టర్బెన్స్ అవుతుంది, ఈ ఎకోసిస్టమ్ డిస్టర్బ్ అవుతుంది, అవునా? దెర్ ఇస్ అ డిస్టర్బెన్స్ ఇన్ దిస్ ఎకోసిస్టమ్. So that's the reason why which are the animals which are not belongs to that area, which is dominating in the area which they have entered, then it becomes a invasive alien species. That species can be flora or fauna, plants anna avvachu, animals anna avvachu. So this article talking about plants, right? Now see this one. Why is plant called Prosopolus juliflora often mentioned in news? So at that time news lo same ilane they have mentioned about it is an invasive species. So invasive species ante ikkada points chadinappudu meeku em that tends to reduce the biodiversity. Is it correct? Got it? So this may be a possibility of asking ila pick chestaru questions anevi UPSC. So 2018 question idi. So next recent thing which I have found is oldest ever DNA sample provides proof of mastodon. Okay, mastodon and it Ice Age cinema. Do you know Ice Age movie? Any one of you? There is an elephant in that movie. That elephant is mastodon. Okay, so this question 2019 question, the word Denisovian is sometimes mentioned in the media in reference to fossils of a kind of dinosaurs, an early human species A cave system found in the northeast India, a geological period in the history of Indian subcontinent. So I found this question very important for the next prelims. Matchbox industry is in peril, says Kanimoji. Maybe it is something new. You know, matchboxes another telisinde kada, right? Ee main cheppindante what she has told is illegal import of plastic lighters, right? Plastic lighters affecting which industry? Matchbox industry. Okay, I urge the government to ban single use plastics. So trend nadustundi kada, ban of single use plastic by 2020. This is the year you need to ban the single use plastic. There may be a question on single use plastics, which but I have already discussed. We have already available information regarding this single use plastics. But here I found that this last point is very important, and the reduce the GST, the cost of raw materials. Which raw materials? ఈ మ్యాచ్ బాక్స్కి చేసే రా మెటీరియల్స్ కాస్ట్ తగ్గియాలి. ఆబ్వియస్లీ దిస్ ఇస్ ద వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్ యూనిట్ టు నో. సో సీ హియర్, అమ్మోనియం, ఈజ్ ఇట్ విజిబుల్? అమ్మోనియం ఫాస్ఫేట్ అండ్ పారాఫిన్ వ్యాక్స్ అనేది రెండు ఎలిమెంట్స్ అనమాట. అమ్మోనియం ఫాస్ఫేట్, పారాఫిన్ వ్యాక్స్. ఇదేంటంటే జనరలీ యూ నో రైట్, దిస్ ఇస్ ద వుడ్. ఇప్పుడు ఏదన్నా బర్నింగ్ ఎలిమెంట్ దానికన్నా వెంటనే కాలిపోయింది కదా, బట్ దేర్ షుడ్ బి కొంచెం టైం రెడ్యూస్ అవ్వాలి అది కాలడానికి, అవునా కాదా? చివరిదాకా కాలుకుంటా తగ్గుకుంటా వస్తుంది కదా, మనం పట్టుకుని టైం ఉంటుంది కదా కంప్లీట్ అవ్వడానికి. ఆ టైంని రెడ్యూస్ చేసేదే ఇది అమ్మోనియం సల్ఫేట్. దేనికి వాడతారు ఇది? ఫైర్ రిటార్డెంట్. అంటే ఏంటి? ఆపేది, స్లోయింగ్ ఆర్ సంథింగ్. జనరల్లీ మనం కింద ఫైర్ వాడతాం కదా, ఫైర్ రిటార్డెంట్స్. అమ్మోనియం ఏంటది? ఫాస్ఫేట్. అండ్ పారాఫిన్ వ్యాక్స్ వాడతారనమాట ఈ స్టిక్స్ మెయిన్ చేయడానికి. గాట్ ఇట్? నెక్స్ట్ వన్, ఫర్ ద ట్రీట్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఫుడ్, వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్ ఈస్ యాంటీమోనీ ట్రైసల్ఫైడ్ అండ్ పొటాషియం క్లోరేట్. వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్స్. ఈ మ్యాచ్ హెడ్ ఇదైతే ఉంది చూసారా, దీన్ని తయారు చేయడానికి ఏం వాడతారు? యాంటీమోనీ ట్రైసల్ఫైడ్ అండ్ పొటాషియం క్లోరేట్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ వన్, పౌడర్డ్ గ్లాస్ వాడతారు. ఎందుకు? ఆ ఫ్రిక్షన్ కోసం. యూ ఫీల్ ఇట్ రైట్, పట్టుకున్నప్పుడు కొంచెం గరుగు తగులుతుంది కదా మ్యాచ్ హెడ్ని. సో ఆ ఫ్రిక్షన్ కోసం పౌడర్డ్ గ్లాస్ వాడతారనమాట, ఆ ఫ్రిక్షన్ అలా అనడానికి. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, యానిమల్ గ్లూ వాడతారు దాన్ని బైండ్ చేయడానికి. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, జింక్ ఆక్సైడ్ దేనికి వాడతారు? కలరింగ్. ఇప్పుడు రెడ్ కలర్ కనిపిస్తుంది కదా ఇది, సో రెడ్ కలర్ ఈజ్ బికాస్ ఆఫ్ వాట్? జింక్ ఆక్సైడ్. నెక్స్ట్ వన్, సల్ఫర్, రోజిన్, స్మాల్ అమౌంట్స్ ఆఫ్ పారాఫిన్ వ్యాక్స్ అండ్ ఫాస్ఫరస్ సెక్వెస్టెడ్ ఫర్ ద బేస్ ఆఫ్ ద మ్యాచ్. సో దీనికి ఈ బేస్ తయారు చేయడానికి ఇవి వాడతారు. ఓకే, దీస్ ఆర్ ద వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ థింగ్స్ ఐ ఫౌండ్. సో ఏమైందంటే రీసెంట్గా ఈ మెటీరియల్స్ ఏవైతే మెటీరియల్స్ ఉన్నాయో ఆ మెటీరియల్స్ కాస్ట్ ఎక్కువైందనమాట. ఆబ్వియస్లీ రైట్, చిన్నప్పటి నుంచి 1 రూపీ ఒక డబ్బా ఎంత 50 పైసా 1 రూపీ ఉంది, ఇప్పుడు 2 రూపీస్ చేశారు. బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ఇంక్రీజింగ్ raw materials, and one another factor that is increasing is a logistics cost. పెట్రోల్ రేట్లు ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతున్నాయా? డీజిల్, ఆబ్వియస్లీ లాజిస్టిక్స్ కాస్ట్ పెరుగుతుంది, ఆబ్వియస్లీ ఆ బర్డెన్ అనేది దీని మీద పడుతుంది. ఐఎమ్ టెలింగ్ ద లింకేజ్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్, see here I framed a this is the last thing, very easy question, prelims practice. Is it visible? Now, daily in our homes for lighting of puja elements and gas stove is generally through with what? Matches. What is the raw material with which match heads are made? Potassium chlorate, manganese sulfate, calcium carbonate, benzene dioxide. What is this? It is not chlorate. Sorry. It is potassium. The answer is what? A. Got it? So this ends the discussion of our today's class. So there is a last page for you. అది లేదు ఈసారి లేదు అది. అది కూడా కాదుగా, గెస్ చెయ్యి. అందుకే నిన్న ఫస్ట్ స్టార్టింగ్లో ఒక హింట్ ఇచ్చా రేపేంటి అని. తెలీదుగా మీకు రేపేంటో? నేను చెప్తానుగా, చూపిస్తాను. వెనక లోగో అని కనిపిస్తుందా? బిగ్ బాస్. టుమారో ఇస్ బిగ్ బాస్ ఫైనల్ ఎపిసోడ్. ఎట్లుంది, ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తారా? అవి కంటే ఈ మనోళ్ళు చూసేది ఇయ్యే కదా, మీకు అవి కాదు కావాల్సి, మన బిగ్ బాస్ ఎవరట్టు కొట్టుకుంటారో కావాలి. సో ఫైన్, దీని నుంచి నేను జస్ట్ ఒక స్మాల్ థింగ్ ఏంటది, ఓట్ ఫర్ యువర్ కెరియర్, నాట్ టు యువర్ క్యారియర్. ఎవడికి పడితే వాడు ఓట్లేడు, ముందు మీరు చూసుకోండి మీ పని. అది నా సజెషన్. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ. దిస్ ఇస్ ద ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ క్లాస్.